This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
The Great American Race has begun. 100 antique cars got the green flag in California, and they're headed our way. The 11-day cross-country race started out here in Disneyland today. Among the 100 is the Spirit of Wilkes-Barre with a 5-man crew from Mountaintop. The old cars will travel 3,500 miles. Newswatch 16 will be meeting the racers after they hit St. Louis and giving you nightly reports as the colorful cars come closer to Luzerne County with the final stop, New York City. July 4th, the cars come to Wilkes-Barre and then return here after New York on Saturday and Sunday, July 5th and 6th.
The race won't arrive in Wilkes-Barre for more than a week, but already business people are gearing up.
Newswatch 16's Mark Davis is live now at Kirby Park, which is where the race will be headquartered a week from Friday. Mark, how are those business people getting ready?
Well, Nolan, in a minute I'll tell you about a business that will be working just for the Great Race people. But first, just to give you and the viewers an idea of how this race is going to work. It's a coast-to-coast road rally that will take a secret route over to Wilkes-Barre. Then in about 10 days from now, they'll be coming over the Market Street Bridge and then being headquartered here at Kirby Park overnight on the 4th of July into Saturday the 5th. The cars will then be on display at the 109th Armory, which is just over to the other side of Kirby Park. Now, there is one business in Wilkes-Barre that has made an offer long before those cars are rolling into town, and that offer could make the local race crews clean their act up. This is the Mary McIntosh Dry Cleaning and Laundry Plant in Wilkes-Barre. The people who run this company wanted to make a contribution to the Great American Race activities, so they're going to be doing something a little bit unusual for them. They will be working next weekend. Now, normally the cleaning staff has weekends off.
Particularly holiday weekend, we don't work. We are bringing our complete dry cleaning department in. Normally our turnaround for dry cleaning is 3 days, so we're going to be doing it in about 5 hours.
All Great Race people will get their clothes cleaned at a 25% discount, and after 11 days on the road, there's likely to be a load of dirty clothes. One example of how Wilkes-Barre merchants want to make the Great Race people feel at home. Now, the Great Race is supposed to hit this bridge in this area of Wilkes-Barre a week from Friday, the 4th of July, at about 6 o'clock. The parade of cars, more than 100 vintage cars, all over 50 years old, should take about an hour to an hour and a half. I'm happy to say I'll be part of the Newswatch 16 team journeying to the Midwest next week to bring you satellite reports beginning on Tuesday night. And I'm really looking forward to it. Should be quite a week next week. I'm Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, live with the Instacam at Kirby Park in Wilkes-Barre.
We're looking forward to that, too.
Sounds exciting. Thank you, Mark.
When Newswatch 16 continues, more tough times for workers at Mack Trucks.
Plus, Jerry Gartenberg will have a fishy story for his garbage can. That and more next.
Where does great beer taste come from? It comes from way up here, from the north, from the rich heart of Canada. Because this is where the taste of Black Label was born. Rich, full-bodied, and now brewed right here in America with the crisp, fresh taste of Canada. That's where the taste of Black Label comes from. Enjoy Black Label. Great Canadian heritage at a great American price.
It's a Sure Save celebration, yeah!
Celebrate with savings during our anniversary celebration. Cheer detergent, 42-ounce box, $1.79. Mr. Big paper towels, 3-roll pack, $1.49. And fresh ground beef, 99 cents a pound. Join the Sure Save anniversary celebration at a locally owned supermarket near you.
It won't be much of a Christmas present for some non-union Mack truck workers in Allentown. The company says it's cutting about 350 people by December 31st in Allentown and other areas out of state. The layoff will be white-collar workers and involves a reorganization of Mack Trucks' corporate setup. The Lehigh Valley headquarters and plant, you see here from Skycam, employs 2,500 non-union workers with 1,000 more in Canada and other U.S. cities. Officials say a slump in truck sales makes the layoffs necessary. Earlier this year, Mack Trucks announced that it will move its large plant in Allentown to South Carolina and keep its newer Macungie plant here. That move will affect 1,800 UAW union Mack workers.
From Action 16 tonight, word that some of you are among thousands of people nationwide who have taken the bait on a fishy offer for a motorboat. We know by now that Jerry Gartenberg advises that if a deal sounds too good to be true, there's probably a catch.
There is a catch, but there's no way to know that just by reading one of these letters. James Hannon of Tamaqua got this official-looking notice from a California company. Frederick Rose of Montrose received this in the mail from a business in Texas. The letters say they've been selected to receive a motorboat, outboard motor and all. Those folks didn't go for the deal, but the United States Coast Guard's checked out the offers and others like them. It says when you call to claim your boat, you're told there'll be a processing charge of $100 to $275. Now, maybe you're thinking that's still not bad, especially if this is what goes through your mind when you think motorboat. Now, before you get out your water skis, let me size up these offers for you. We're told what people actually get for their money is a plastic boat around this size, along with a tiny battery-powered motor. Now, boats like this go for around $30 at area stores. I don't know, I guess it's a little bit too big for my bathtub. We called the companies that sent out these promising letters. Both would not answer our questions over the phone. How can companies get away with this, you ask? Simple. They promise you a motorboat, and that's just what they deliver. But they deceived me into thinking I was getting a really great deal, you say. Maybe, says the U.S. Postal Service, but that's awfully hard to prove. I suppose as long as people continue to get hooked by deals like this, folks will continue peddling plastic motorboats for hundreds of dollars. As for me, I'm going to put these letters in a very safe place. Jerry Gartenberg, Action 16.
Thank you, Jerry. And our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark, is now up in the air with Skycam 16.
And it looks like the perfect day for flying, Tom.
It is a perfect evening for flying, Karen. Thank you very much. The view from up here is magnificent, and we'll show it to you when we come back. You're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV, and we're proud to serve Sunbury and all of Northumberland County.
Yes, Pennsylvania, we've made owning a Buick more affordable than ever. But it all ends June 30th. Save over $1,700 on Buick Century with 6.9% GMAC financing. Save over $1,700 on our roomy new Buick LeSabre with 5.9% GMAC financing. And take advantage of huge dealer discounts on every new Buick in stock. But hurry, it's all over June 30th at your Pride of Pennsylvania Buick dealers right now.
Did you know that McDonald's has a great money-saving offer on film? So if you like to take vacation shots, or close-ups, or pictures like my father takes, you can save a lot of money, because you can get a roll of Scotch color print film, 35mm, 110, or disc for only 59 cents plus tax. Only 59 cents at McDonald's with the purchase of any breakfast entree or large sandwich after 4 p.m. At these prices, you better snap it up at McDonald's.
Well, meteorologist Tom Clark is getting the best view of what the weather's like, I suppose, up there in Skycam, Tom.
You betcha, Karen. It is a beautiful evening. You can see for almost 30 miles. Good evening, everybody, and welcome aboard Skycam 16. Let me show you the view as we are at 1,500 feet over Luzerne County. That is downtown Wilkes-Barre you're looking at there in brilliant sunshine. We're moving along at about 110 miles per hour, and the temperature up here at this level is 65 degrees. Let's check in with our weather watchers and see what they're reporting at this hour. Lottie Gumo out there in West Renovo has 70 degrees now, lots of sunshine and kind of breezy. Harold Green in Slatington, Lehigh County, 71 degrees at his place, a few cumulus clouds. And Mary Ertz in Plymouth, 70 at her place, and bright and sunny there as well. Okay, the view outside, once again, some cumulus clouds in the distance here. Temperature 66, humidity 35%. These are backyard readings, by the way. The wind northwest at 15, and the barometer is at 30.09. It's holding steady. The high temperature in the backyard today, a lovely 67 degrees, 50. The morning low, normals 80 and 59. Check that out, 95 back in 1952. A year ago today, clear, 72 degrees. Cumulus clouds dissipating in the distance. That's the view looking west towards Berwick. And just a beautiful evening, as you can plainly see. That is just about as clear as I can remember being up in Skycam 16. The satellite view shows a large Canadian high drifting over Pennsylvania this evening, nice and clear. And that high moving offshore, 34 degrees, the nation's coldest temperature this morning at Marquette, Michigan. Out to the west, 112 in Palm Springs this afternoon. Hurricane Bonnie, down at the bottom of your screen in the Gulf of Mexico. It's heading towards the Texas coast, packing winds of a minimal hurricane strength, about 75 to 80 miles per hour. And so some severe flooding is possible down that way overnight tonight, and when it comes ashore tomorrow. Here's our forecast for overnight tonight. A chiller. Temperatures getting down to near record levels. Canton 42, Blakely 45, Lansford 47, about 47 in Sunbury, Hepburnville 43. The wind from the northwest will be dying down overnight tonight. The sunrise and sunset times for tomorrow will be as follows. How about 5:32 for the sunrise, sunset at 8:41. On the board tonight, clear 45. The record is 43. Sunny tomorrow, 75 degrees, a beautiful day. Then some cirrus clouds building in, partly cloudy on Friday, 83 for the high. Over the weekend, looks like a mostly cloudy Saturday, some showers and maybe a thunderstorm, highs around 80. Things should improve for Sunday. A reminder that Skycam 16, along with many other different types of aircraft, will be on display this weekend at the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Airport for the Armed Services Air Show, Armed Forces Air Show. So bring the family, and it looks okay for that weather-wise. Maybe a shower Sunday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark, reporting live aboard Skycam 16.
Okay, Tom.
Thanks, Tom. The Sports Watch is next with Tim Carlson with big news out of Philadelphia concerning the 76ers front office.
Plus, the Phillies saying so long to a future Hall of Famer.
What makes Diet Slice taste so good? Lemon lime and mandarin orange.
I wouldn't work this hard getting back into condition and quit halfway through. Just like I wouldn't dream of using Prel shampoo if I wasn't going to follow up with my Prel conditioner. Prel Body Enhancing Conditioner is specially made to take all the body Prel shampoos in and manage it, enhance it. So don't stop at just building body. Build it all the way to body beautiful with Prel Conditioner.
Sports news starts from Philadelphia. Tim?
I'll tell you, this has been some last couple of weeks in sports. Always big stories going on. I like it that way. Remember a couple of days ago when Phillies president Bill Giles said pitcher Steve Carlton would stay in the starting rotation? Well, in just 2 days' time, Mr. Giles has changed his mind.
The greatest left-hand pitcher in Phillies history and one of the greatest pitchers of all time will no longer be pitching.
Phillies team president Bill Giles made that announcement this morning at Veterans Stadium, a place that's been Steve Carlton's pitching home the past 14 years. In those 14 years as a Philly, Carlton rang up 241 of his Major League total 318 victories. He's the only four-time winner of the National League Cy Young Award, winning 3 of those 4 with Philadelphia. Since coming from St. Louis in 1972, Carlton thrilled fans at the Vet with many great performances, but possibly the most memorable described by Phil's announcer Harry Callis, April 29th, 1981.
From the windup, here's the 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He struck him out. There it is, number 3,000 for the brilliant left-hander Steve Carlton.
Last year was a disastrous year for Carlton, spending almost the entire season on the disabled list, the first time it happened in his career. When I visited the Phil Spring training camp earlier this year, Phillies management was optimistic about the 41-year-old's chances at coming back to his Cy Young form.
We're hoping that as he goes out there each time, he gets even better and better and comes back to being the old lefty, and I'll tell you, if he does that, we're going to have a good year.
Well, Carlton hasn't been okay, going 4-8 with a dismal 6.18 earned run average. In his last start as a Philly last Saturday, he failed to hold a 4-0 lead, giving up 6 hits, 6 walks, and 6 runs to the Cardinals in 5 innings. So say goodbye, Philly fans, to Steve Carlton, and never worry about having to remember Steve. His number 32 was retired today at the same time of his release.
Carlton joins Robin Roberts and Rich Ashburn as the only folks to have their uniforms retired by the Phillies. And one more note, two teams are interested in Steve Carlton, so says Bill Giles. One in the American League, one in the National League. He wouldn't say which ones. Possibly could be the Yankees of the American League. All right, let's talk tennis. And the sun finally came out over the courts at Wimbledon today, and as the British would say, it was quite nice. As a matter of fact, it was quite nice for men's top seed Ivan Lendl. He made mincemeat of American Marcel Freeman in a second-round match. Lendl winning in straight sets, 6-3, 6-2, 6-2. One upset so far today in men's play. 8th seed Anders Jarrod lost to Eddie Edwards of South Africa in 4 sets in that second-round match. 2 upsets among the women, both victims. American number 6 Catherine Rinaldi lost her first-round match to Natalie Herman of France, and Stephanie Rehe, seeded 12th, lost to unranked Larisa Savenchenko. What was that name? Savenchenko, I think. Anyway, one more night for me to be a Yankee fan, the Yanks and Red Sox. I'll see you in the update.
Thanks, Tim.
That's Newswatch 16 for Wednesday.
Be sure to join us tonight on the update when we'll tell you why some Scranton businessmen are a lot happier tonight.
For the team, thank you for joining us.
Enjoy your evening.